this be one of the best moments of your life. You're listening to the Business Mirror podcast for a broader look on business with Senior Editor Dennis Estopase.
Good day. Welcome to Business Mondays with BM, a segment of the Business Mirror BM Broader Look podcast that tackles the performance of the Philippine stock market. The Business Mondays with BM podcast is based on the stock market outlook story written by Business Mirror reporter VG Kabuag and comes out every Monday. Today we podcast week 12 of the stock market outlook for March 15 to March 19, 2021. For the text version online, please go to the Business Mirror website and search for Stock Market Outlook. For the print edition, please go to the company section of the Business Mirror newspaper. Let's get on with the story. Share prices fell last week as investors were rattled with the rising COVID-19 cases that they fear may result to another stricter lockdown measures imposed on Metro Manila. Last Sunday, the Department of Health reported nearly 5,000 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the country's total to roughly 621,000. The DOH also reported nearly 13,400 new recoveries for a total number of just above 560,000 patients who recovered. The total number of deaths is pegged at nearly 13,000, with 63 more deaths reported last Sunday. Nearing the first anniversary of the 91-day lockdown on March 17, cases continue on an upward trend, prompting local executives to reimpose a curfew across Metro Manila. Metro Manila Development Authority Chairman Benjamin Abalos Jr. said Metro Manila mayors have unanimously agreed to implement curfew hours from 10 o'clock in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning starting today, March 15. The curfew will be implemented for 2 weeks in the metropolis. The benchmark Philippine Stock Exchange Index fell 152.82 points to close at 6,728.55 points. The main index was down on Monday and Thursday but had little recovery during the rest of the week. Trading value was erratic during the week but still averaged high at 8.74 billion pesos, with foreign investors taking in 29% of the trades. Foreign investors were net sellers at 12.53 billion pesos. All other sub-indices closed on the red, led by the broader all shares index, which lost 98.96 points to close at 4,059.58 points. The financials index shed 67.34 to 1,410.28. The industrial index fell 196.72 to close at 8,589.96. The holding firms index declined 110.64 to 6,948.59. The property index dropped 99.57 to close lower at 3,380.24. The services index was down 8.41 to 1,456.22, and the mining and oil index retreated 93.01 to close lower at 8,761.45. For the week, losers edged gainers 196 to 46, and 13 shares were unchanged. The top gainers were City and Land Developers Incorporated, Centro Escolar University, Synergy Grid and Development Philippines Incorporated, Del Monte Pacific Limited, Benguet Corporation, and Manulife Financial Corporation. The top losers, on the other hand, were Da Vinci Capital Holdings Incorporated, Dito CME Holdings Corporation, Metro Alliance Holdings and Equities Corporation B shares, F&J Prince Holdings Corporation B shares, Boulevard Holdings Incorporated, and Apollo Global Capital Incorporated. This week, share prices may continue on a downward trajectory, with Metro Manila cities implementing stricter lockdown measures and unified curfew hours for 2 weeks. Both measures are seen to dampen economic activity. Jafet Luis Tanchanco, Senior Research Analyst at Philstocks Financials Incorporated, said the resurgence of COVID-19 cases is expected to cloud market sentiment due to the risk it poses against the economy. At the same time, the resurgence of cases is seen to weigh on consumer and business confidence, which in turn would negatively affect the overall economy, Tanchanco said. Tanchanco added that investors are also expected to monitor the U.S. bond yields, as a further rise in the said yields may lead to selling pressures for the local market. According to Moody's Analytics, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell suggested that the Fed may not soon take extraordinary measures to rein in Treasury bond yields. In response, the 10-year Treasury yield jumped to 1.54% and the market value of U.S. common stock plunged by $652 billion or 1.62% last Thursday. The U.S. equity market is now 5.1% under its February 12 record high, Moody's Analytics said. Tanchanco said that investors are also expected to take cue from the upcoming corporate earnings reports this week. Meanwhile, broker 2Trade Asia said trading may remain volatile this week as capital may shift to Cebu Pacific's preferred share offer and DDMP Rate Incorporated's initial public offering that would siphon off a combined 27.5 billion pesos in capital from the market. Volatile sessions may persist until the impact of reflation bites into sentiment, 2Trade Asia said, advising investors to range trade. Support for the Philippine Stock Exchange Index is seen at 6,600 points and resistance at 6,900 points. For the stock picks, broker Regina Capital and Development Corporation gave a hold recommendation on the stock of Bank of the Philippine Islands as its share price has been trading sideways to down during the last few sessions. Regina Capital said the stock of Bank of the Philippine Islands or BPI seems poised to break down from its 100-day moving average of 81 pesos and 25 centavos, especially since there is still strong leftover selling pressure from the indicators. There is a stronger 4-month support level at 79 pesos and 60 centavos that will likely limit BPI's breakdown in the coming days, Regina Capital said. The shares of Bank of the Philippine Islands closed at 80 pesos and 20 centavos apiece last Friday. Meanwhile, Regina Capital advised to trade the range on the stock of Globe Telecom Incorporated after its shares have been trading below its key short-term and long-term moving averages since late last month. There is still some leftover bearishness that is limiting the stock's upward movement over the past few trading days, Regina Capital said. The broker added that the stock will likely respect its months-long support level of 1,949 pesos and 70 centavos in the near term. The shares of Globe Telecom Incorporated closed last week at 1,960 pesos apiece. Meanwhile, according to Pag-asa's extended weather outlook for selected cities, issued last March 14 and valid until 4 p.m. today, Metro Manila and Tagaytay would experience light rains today, March 15. On Tuesday, March 16, Pag-asa forecasts Metro Manila and Tagaytay to experience partly cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. By Wednesday until Thursday, March 17 and March 18, Pag-asa forecasts Metro Manila and Tagaytay to experience partly cloudy skies to at times cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms.
Thank you for listening to the Business Mirror podcast. For a broader look on business, follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Business Mirror. Until next time.